Hi everybody. Welcome back to our video blog series. We wanted to give you a short update of what we've been doing in the months of March and April. I'm joined here by my colleagues from the embassy having a cup of tea and coffee, reminiscing about our last 2 months. It was a really busy but exciting 2 months. We started early in the month of March with an incredible visit by Amitabh Bachchan, who has been one of the strong advocates to ending TB. He is, of course, a TB survivor. This is a campaign we've put in over $100 million in over the years. We're committed to this campaign with him. And I know, Mita, you were there for it. What did you think?
Yes, Ambassador, the stories of the TB survivors were truly very inspiring.
Yeah, it was a very powerful event and something that we're committed to, and I know he's committed to as well. Just later in the month, we were able to welcome another celebrity to the embassy, and David Letterman, who was here in India filming a documentary on climate change and clean energy. We also went out to a solar farm. We saw a lot of the renewable solutions in practice, and we talked about the amount of progress we've made in the Paris Climate Agreement. David, you were there for a big part of it. What did you think of the visit?
Well, I thought it was a great visit, and his documentary reminded me of Gore's catalytic movie, An Inconvenient Truth, and I'm already ready to TiVo the next documentary, Years of Living Dangerously.
And he also got to meet the embassy community as well.
That's right. As an added bonus, the community was treated to his humor at the party that you hosted at Roosevelt House. Wonderful.
We then took a little different focus. We had Richard Quest from CNN for his Business Traveler show, and we talked about all the different business reform efforts that are taking place here in India, the U.S.-India business ties. We also saw a little bit of not only New Delhi and all of its business and corporate environment, we went to Old Delhi as well, and we were able to take the metro and a rickshaw ride, and it was a really fabulous trip, and we covered a lot of important ground on the mechanics of doing business in India. You had a chance to see it, Ritu. What did you think?
Yes, Ambassador, it was really a fun way to highlight the US-India relationships.
Now, at the end of April, I was able to go to Washington and for the Nuclear Security Summit, of which the Prime Minister represented India, and there were dozens of other countries there focused on nuclear security, reducing the salience of nuclear weapons. It was a very powerful session. Tom, I know you were tracking the Nuclear Security Summit and the results.
Yeah, I think the Nuclear Security Summit is just another example of the United States and India partnering to make the world safer and more secure.
That's right. And along those lines, on the security front, just a couple weeks later, we were able to welcome the U.S. Secretary of Defense to India for yet another visit here. And what was unique about it is that we started the trip in Goa at the home state of the Defense Minister, Minister Parkar. 2 days in Goa, where we actually got to go out to an Indian aircraft carrier, visit with Indian naval and Army and Air Force officers, and then come to Delhi to really build the next phase of our defense relationship, something Secretary Carter called an anchor of global stability. And I know, Swetzel, you've been following this relationship for a long time. It seems like we've reached new heights in our defense relationship.
Absolutely, Ambassador. I think the US and India have made great progress on defense ties.
And there's a lot more we're working on for the future. Again, strategic and defense cooperation, one of the key areas. Back in Delhi, we were able to do some fun things. We were able to go to Qutub Minar, one of the great historical sites of New Delhi. It was a really terrific visit there. Also, we were able to recognize those Indian innovators who are using technology in the development space as part of the Millennium Alliance Awards. And this is really kind of a good view into the future of what's possible, of how to bring technology and development together, and that's what our experts are working on. And then at the end of the month, we're able to celebrate Earth Day by planting a tree with other ambassadors from across New Delhi, which was indicative of our strong commitment in protecting the planet and also representative of the great work that India, the US, and so many others did in the Paris Climate Agreement. So that was just really a short insight into our last 2 months. We did a lot of things. We've got a big month of May planned. We look forward to giving you another update next month, so stay tuned and follow us on social media.